We didn't have a refrigerator or even an ice box when I was a kid, and we'd have to eat everything or else it would go bad. But in the wintertime, we could store our food outside, digging a hole in the snow and ice. Mom would say to my brother, Sam, go out and get the leftover roast from last night. It's buried out by the fence. I laugh at it now, but it was kind of sad. That is just part of a small story from Clara's kitchen. Hi, friends, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. I am so glad that you're here. One of my favorite Christmas gifts that I received this year was this book, Clara's Kitchen. If you do not know who Clara was, she grew up in the Great Depression. She had a YouTube channel where she would share stories and her recipes. She had a blog that I have not looked into, but I'm going to, and she also had this cookbook. My family and I have tried a few of her recipes from her channel, and they are really good. But I am very excited to try more now that I have her cookbook. Today I'm going to share 3 of Clara's Great Depression recipes with you. Now that's enough dishing, let's get cooking. I'm going to make peppers and egg sandwiches. I need 3 large bell peppers. I just have some frozen that I've cut into strips. About 3 large, I'm just gonna guess. So I need 3 large peppers cut into strips. This is about equivalent to 3. I'm going to set this aside. Now I need 4 eggs. I'm going to whisk my eggs. Typically when you make scrambled eggs, you would add water. Her recipe does not call for that. Set this aside. Add the peppers and some oil to a pan and cook over high heat. It does not say how much oil, it says olive oil. You can use canola or vegetable if you have it. I'm going to drizzle. I don't know. That feels right, I'm not really sure. I'm just going to use my electric skillet and I'm going to put it at 325 degrees. If you're cooking on the stovetop, cook this over a high heat. Add my peppers. She did not say to dice them, she just said like this, and that does not look like 3 peppers, does it? I feel like I might need a few more. It says to cook these for 5 minutes until the peppers are soft. Once your peppers start to brown, turn your heat down to low. After 10 minutes, I'm going to stir in my eggs, whisk them one more time, and carefully pour. It says turn off the heat and let the eggs cook in their own heat. It says cook about 5 minutes. Just keep an eye on them, it might be less than that. It says to put this between thick bread slices or open face sandwich. I have a hoagie roll. I'm just going to do it with that. I think a slice of bread would be a little too thin, and the bread she is talking about would most likely be homemade, which I do not have. Why not? So I'm going to serve it like this. This was a very popular lunch at school, and kids would love it. That's peppers and egg sandwich. Next, I'm making pasta with broccoli. I have a large saucepan with about 2/3 full of water. I'm just bringing that to a boil, and then I will add my salt and pasta. I have about 8 ounces of frozen broccoli. I added some water, and I'm just going to microwave this. I'm not sure how long, but I will let you know. Add some salt. Stir in my pasta. And cook until it's al dente. The pasta is cooked to al dente. I'm going to drain this. But first, I need 3/4 cup of the pasta water, approximately. I'm going to set that aside and then drain this, and I'll be back. I'm going to put the pasta back into the pan. I'm only making half a batch. So this is 8 ounces of pasta. I'm going to add a little bit of the pasta water, probably half of this. And then the cooked broccoli, I'm going to dump that in and toss that. And then 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Toss that to coat. Some salt and pepper. And then I need some Pecorino Romano cheese. I do not have any. Actually, there's a recall on that. But I have some shaky can Parmesan. Not the same, but I'm going to use it anyway. There's no measurement for this, so with your heart, I suppose, huh? It needs more salt and pepper. And that is pasta with broccoli. Next, I'm going to make Mom's Simple Cake. I need 1 stick of softened butter or margarine, half of a cup of sugar. I'm going to mix that together. 1 egg, mix that together. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. 3/4 cup of flour. 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder. And 1/4 cup of milk. I just have skim milk. I'm going to mix that together. I'm just going to bake the cake in the small baking dish. You could use an 8x8 pan or a 9x9 pan or even a bread pan. I'm going to grease it with some canola spray. Spray the bottom and the sides. You don't have to get the handle. That was just a whoopsie. And dump this in. If you double this, you could bake this in a 9x13 pan. It's a very flat cake, but really good. And just smooth it out. My oven is preheated to 350 degrees. I'm going to bake this for 20 minutes. If you are making this in a 9x13 pan, you'll want to bake it for about 30 to 40 minutes. I ended up baking this for 30 minutes, and I've let it cool for about an hour. And now I'm going to sprinkle on the powdered sugar and cinnamon mixture. Use this and go over the top. And I could cut it in strips or in little squares. I'm just going to do square. It's a very thin cake, but it's really good. She says you could serve this with ice cream if you were lucky enough to have it. Otherwise, I think it's really good like this. And that is how you make Mom's Simple Cake. Thanks for joining me today. Have you heard of Clara before? She just seemed like the kind of lady that you would want as a grandmother. This book is full of stories and wisdom and recipes, and I'll put the link below if you're interested. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.